Hey, it says we're live. We are. We're live in MARSCON. Hey, we made it. Yeah, we're in Minneapolis. This is Debbie D. David and Ruby and Wesley Henry. Yeah, we're all three together here at MARSCON. Well, I'm on the floor. I haven't set up my table yet. I don't know if you can hear me or not. Anybody come through on the channel? We weren't going to advertise this one. I decided to just bring the broadcast system down from the hotel room. And what are you? Yeah. What are you doing? What's the picture of? What?
Oh, this picture that was just taken of us by Wesley.
Oh, I see.
Hi. Hello.
Hi. How you doing?
All right.
I'm Debbie David. I used to be Anson Russell on Star Trek: The Next Generation. That's
Very
why I'm
nice.
here tonight. I'm doing a show at 10:30, in the Cardinal Room,
Cool.
trying to get in my head what I'm going to say.
Well, welcome to MARSCON.
All right. You watched The Next Generation, right?
I've seen some of it. I haven't seen a
What
lot.
science fiction are you a fan of?
Mostly old books.
Old books?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Did you read any of Isaac Asimov?
Yes, I sure did.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, him and of course I read Jules Verne. Starting out, that was my introduction to
My intro
H.G. Wells.
My intro was Heinlein. I got into Heinlein in elementary school. That was what hooked me. Well, welcome.
Well, I hope to see you tonight. Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
I'm here with Fally, the foul-mouthed nutcracker. He's one of my characters from my TV show. I've got a YouTube channel. If you're watching me right now, you're on my YouTube channel. If you're just watching, you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to the channel. Part of what I'm doing here is not selling anything or trying to make money necessarily. I mean, I have some things I would like to sell because I'm afraid I'm going to lose them otherwise.
So yeah, they're all hand stitched.
One of the things, and Fally, I'm sorry, I ruined your introduction. I brought you along because Fally is on our age-restricted videos that we have. Occasionally, we're not going to do that because we're here at a family event, so we're going to be careful with what we say. And but Fally's here with me. He promised not to say anything untoward or anything. But Fally will comment occasionally on artwork in my videos that we talk about art. He's an expert on art. Doesn't look like it, but he is. He's also head of my security team too, right, Fally? So anyway, what?
The lady, those cats on her hat, she made those out of socks.
She made those cats out of socks?
Yes.
I didn't show her on the camera. I don't know how people feel about going out live. Let me show you around here. We're at the Airport Hilton Hotel. It's a really nice hotel. And we're outside of the vendor's room here at the Airport Hilton here in Minneapolis. And we're outside of the Minnesota Valley Ballroom, which is where the main stage is. And I'll be in a show tomorrow afternoon on Saturday here, March the 12th, 2022. I'll be in on the main stage tomorrow at 1:30, talking about how I came to MARSCON originally. I was the first guest of honor at MARSCON, the very first one. And the way that happened was, I'll tell that story. Wayne McLeod used to be head of this MARSCON. He's one of the founding members of it. And we just had a memorial this morning before and they're going to do another thing publicly here before the opening ceremonies tonight. And the vendor room just opened at 3:00. We haven't even set up our table here yet. We're going to do that as part of the broadcast. Anyway, so I did this thing called Star Trek Earth Tour for Paramount Parks. And I came here to Minneapolis, I think it was 1999. And it was right when we had finished filming Generations, and we were on hiatus from the shows. And they had these auditions that came to Paramount for this Paramount Parks job at the Mall of America. They were going to do this thing called Earth Tour. So anyway, I went in there as a whim to the audition because I had just done a convention in Miami for Paramount where I played a Klingon. So I had about 25 Klingon words memorized, and I could talk in this like a pig Latin kind of Klingon-y English mix language. And the fans that were Klingon and were into it at that time, they really, thought I was good at it. And so I went to this audition and I did my Klingon for them, and they hired me. And for the summer gig, I went back and told Brent Spiner I was going to go work at Paramount Parks for the summer. He goes, "No, don't do that." No, he advised me against it. And I was like, "Well, we're not doing anything. It pays pretty good actually, and they're going to fly me to Raleigh, North Carolina for rehearsals for 3 weeks. I think it'll be fun. It'll be like being a summer stock or something." So I did it anyway, and one of the young people there that got cast out of Minneapolis was Maria Bamford, one of your local native stars now. And she's a wonderful comic. And but before she was Maria Bamford the comic, she was a Bajoran in Star Trek The Earth Tour. I've heard her joke about it in her act a couple of times too, about what a horrible job it was for her. But anyway, I met her then, and Wayne McLeod came in with his group of people.
Hey, any of you guys
to the Star Trek Earth Tour. We were there all summer. Wesley Henry was my bodyguard. Guy sitting over there in the West End. Wesley, say hi to everybody, will you? Come over here by the microphone. Wesley Henry was my bodyguard at Star Trek Earth Tour. And they would walk us around, and we were in Star Trek full makeup and everything. We had our makeup team, and we had official wardrobe from Paramount and everything. But they made me a Vulcan. I didn't like it. Vulcans, I can't be funny like I could as a Vulcan. And with a Klingon, you get to walk around and you feel powerful, and it's kind of fun. But the Vulcan, you got to act emotionless, and it was hard for me. It was hard for me not to, and I can't do the live long and prosper thing. My genetically can't do my fingers that way. This is the best I could do. I had to like set them like this and just flash it for a second, like live long and prosper. But not a good one. Anyway, I played a Vulcan all summer. I had some other things that happened that summer. My wife is from Minneapolis, and she's from Minneapolis, and so that's another reason I did the Star Trek Earth Tour. I wanted to spend the summer in Minneapolis, and it was a beautiful summer in the sense of me riding around my bike around the lakes all summer. It was beautiful, and I had a really good time in that sense of learning Minneapolis, and like driving and seeing F. Scott Fitzgerald's house, or go to the Guthrie. Garrison Keillor was still broadcasting back then from the World Theater, and oh man, I just loved being here in Minneapolis, and I got to know the town. I saw Prince one night and talked to him. It was a beautiful summer. And then, but anyway, they came to the show, and they knew that I was on the show, the real show. The other cast members were from all over the country. They didn't really have any connection to the actual show. They were just working for Paramount Parks. And that's where I met Wayne McLeod. So when they started MARSCON, he asked me to be the first guest of honor, and I was, and it was very nice. appeared on TV that week, advertising MARSCON. It was a very successful event, and then it's grown from there. I've been back a few times, and then last year when COVID struck, I did the opening just after the opening ceremonies on the virtual MARSCON we had last year. Forces of Darkness was the theme. I did an hour-long talk from my apartment there in Ferndale, Michigan, which is 1 mile outside of Detroit proper. You know, the M&M movie 8 Mile is about 8 miles the street. They have these streets coming out of Detroit. They have 5 Mile is the first one you really know of. It's called Finkel now in Rosa Parks, but it's also 5 Mile as the further west you get. And then there's 6 Mile and there's 7 Mile, 8 Mile. And 8 Mile is the dividing line between Detroit and the rest of the world. That's the borderline of Detroit, is 8 Mile. And that's what Eminem was talking about. He lived on 8 Mile. And I live on 9 Mile. It's 1 mile from Detroit, but it's 10,000 light years in difference in the diversity and attitude of Ferndale. It's a beautiful place, and I love it there. Now, recently, I've been in a little bit of controversy there in Ferndale about my husband and the people who are taking over the guardianship of my husband and control of our money and the way it's been being distributed and spent on whatever it's been spent on. But it hadn't been spent on our bills or getting my teeth fixed or any of the things that me and my husband would like to have had it spent on. Now, I couldn't take care of him anymore full time. It was bad. The situation was bad, and we did need intervention of help. It's just we didn't need it in the way it came. And now that I'm better and trying to reestablish my life and do these videos where I talk about my mental health, then I need to solve these problems. Now, I've been pretty open about my mental state and the treatments that I've been forced into and the ones that have been working for me. I'm great now. My PTSD is very well under control. In fact, I don't hardly think about it. And even my triggers have been, what are you doing over here? Comedy, I hope? Because this conversation not going great.
Acting like I got a coffee pot out, a single serve maker, open up the lids.
You wanted some coffee, right?
Get a coffee cup, put it in there.
Ruby and I are having a great time. Now, Starbase Indy was a disaster for her. I enjoyed it because I was me against the world, you know, and I did what I said I was going to do. I got the communicator to Starbase Indy. I offered it to Lieutenant J, but we think Professor Moriarty has some influence on Lieutenant J, and we don't know what's going to happen there. Now, we had the Dennis Hopper shuttlecraft we went down on got damaged very badly. It's been repaired, and we came down here comfortably, didn't we? We had a nice trip down, didn't we? Yeah, we had a beautiful trip down. It was a long drive. Yeah, it was a long drive. And but we had a good car. And we're saying it was the shuttlecraft Dennis Hopper. Now, these priests included that have taken over the guardianship of my husband. They don't understand when I talk about the shuttlecraft Dennis Hopper. They think I'm total loony bin. And so did the cops when I told them I was an actor on Star Trek. In Los Angeles, Detroit, and in Ferndale. It didn't help. In fact, it made them think I was really crazy. And I don't know. I don't know. I used to think that there couldn't have been a better show in television history for me to be a small part of than Star Trek. It just couldn't be a better show because there's no fans like Star Trek fans, and like Twilight Zone, I believe it's going to play, pretty much forever. And all these guest stars that I stood in for, and the actors that I stood in for on the main part of the show. I worked a lot of days of production, not just as a background actor or playing an alien. I did a lot of the aliens. I did Klingons, Romulans, Board. Oh man, Board. That's uncomfortable. Yeah, I got so out of it one time when my Borg appliance. I had this appliance over my eye when this thing came out, and it's like sticking out from where my eye would be, like a little radar antenna or something. And the glue around the edge of that became loose a little bit, and just enough to let a little light seep through the seam of it. And that light would mix, because most of the day it was completely black on the side where the appliance was glued over my eye. But as the light would come in a little bit on this side, my brain would mix the light, and I would see Patrick Stewart talking in real life, like he was on a real old fuzzy TV that was very snowy and had poor reception. And after an hour of that, I got so dizzy, I was just like, I almost fell over on while we were filming. The board is not comfortable. And I saw guys that after like 6 hours of being in the board thing, they couldn't stand anymore. They rip it off, And once you rip into that, because it takes like 8 hours to get that layered in the makeup and all, just right to do the board thing. And that was the reason I made, I think it was close to $3,000 one day as an extra doing board. I had a couple of days like that as a Klingon too, where I made a bunch of money, because once they get you into that outfit, they want to film all they can. So on the board thing, it was 8 hours. I was already in overtime before I hit the set. Yeah. Like when you did a Klingon, you had to do it in certain order. Like you put on your pants and a t-shirt and stuff, and then they did part of your makeup. Then you go and put other part of the costume on, then they do some more, and then they finish it off with the gloves and everything and the boots after you get all the makeup on. And so it takes so long, and sometimes you're like, before you even get to the set, you're in overtime. And then once you get into meal penalties and the rate goes up, every time the hours get longer that you're in overtime. First, it's like the first hour's time and a half, and then it's double time, and then it becomes triple time. And eventually, it'll become full day's pay for every fraction of the hour that you go into. And so doing that, I had some very good days, even though I was just an extra on Star Trek. Let's pull out the box here and start pulling up some of the stuff, and we'll put it on the table here. Now we brought a bunch of stuff that are like props and things that we mentioned in our movies and our TV show. And this is why I'm down here now. I want to get 1,000 subscribers to my Debbie D. David, and the D in Debbie D. David stands for D. D-E-E. My middle name is Debbie D. David. D is D-E-E. So Debbie D. David channel on D-E-B-B-I-E, D-E-E, D-A-V-I-D on YouTube. You just go to youtube.com, go to their search box, put in Debbie D. David, and my channel will come up, and you subscribe, and then comment, and then we'll be connected. And then I can send you Debbie points, and which will be converted into Debbie dollars in the future. I have some NDA problems with describing too much about my plans. I also have some shows I may announce tomorrow afternoon on my show on the main stage here at MARSCON. And Ruby, you're so great to have on this trip. She was so upset when we got back from Starbase Indy. And she was afraid to go on this trip. And I said, no, it's not going to be anything like that. We're going to be in the hotel. We're going to be nice. They love us there at MARSCON, and they do. Now, Snarky's Cafe is feeding us. And I'd like to thank Jan Swenson for trusting me that the check I wrote her is going to go through. There's not, for one thing. And for, setting us up with some nice privileges at Snarky's Cafe. It makes the convention so much nicer for us because it's hard to afford the food at a hotel anyway. And then getting to anywhere near here is take up too much time. And Snarky's has got great food and all you want. And it's like being backstage at the show. It's like being in a touring show where you eat together, or the circus tent where you have the drug tent. Oh man, there's a good look. Hey, do you mind if I put you out to the world there in your outfit? Now, is that from a certain movie or anything? Do your own creation? Yeah, I love that, man. And you got the voice to go with it. Hey, how you doing? Oh man. Do you have a name? Oh man, sounds sinister.
Yeah.
But I bet you're really a nice person.
Yeah.
See, I knew it. I knew you were nice. Hey, come see my show tonight at 10:30 in the Cardinal Perch Room. I'm going to talk about being on different science fiction movies. I wasn't just on Star Trek. I was on Demolition Man, Waterworld, several. Last Action Hero. Yeah, so those are all science fiction movies, I think. Yeah.
I will be on shift at the Klingons at the time, though, till 11.
Yeah?
Yes, I will be at the Klingon pod till 11.
Oh, no. You got a Klingon connection?
Yeah.
Well.
They provide me with so many bodies.
Yes.
So many. Some almost intact, even. Almost.
All right. Well.
Most are badly broken.
Well, they're still lining up for registration here at MARSCON. It's getting crowded, though. There's a lot of people on the floor now. And
I didn't get to do this.
What? Oh, no, you don't have to be scared of that guy. No. Yeah, we let him hurt you.
I was gonna try and do
Besides,
like scary voice,
Oh,
but
right.
it's too late.
Now, I've had to learn a lot of ventriloquism tricks to talk to you now because my teeth are missing. If I had my teeth, I could do an even better job talking to you right now and making it sound like it's Valley or something instead of Anne.
Victim of a hate crime.
And this is one of my goals. Now,
Jacaranda.
like I was saying earlier, my family, my wife, she grew up here in Minneapolis. And she is a dancer, or was a dancer, and she danced at the Guthrie. And I met her at the American Academy of Dramatic Arts in New York City. That's where we met. And today I had the courage this morning, because I'm here in Minneapolis, to Facebook message my brother-in-law who lives here. Yeah, J. Christopher Johnson. He used to be big in the punk rock scene. Yeah, he was a frontman for Rifle Sport, a local punk band here. He had a record label and Big Money Incorporated, and had several printings of different groups, and had some good albums and good 45s that he would sell. I had the courage to text him this morning in a private message, and he called me back. And we talked for maybe 10 minutes. And I told him I've got to come back out in the world. I want to see my children. I have 3 children that I haven't seen since 1996. I haven't seen a picture of them, haven't heard their voices. And there's no reason for me not to see my children, except I thought I should disappear. Now, after I was injured on a Star Trek movie called First Contact, my life shattered. Yeah, I lost teeth. I lost part of my jawbone. I got this scar here where they had to go in my face from infection that developed. I had lesions all over my face. And Wesley Henry was one of the ones who came out to Hollywood. This is 10 years after I was injured on the Star Trek movie, and I still own my club, Acapella Playhouse in Dragopolis. They're on Lancashire Boulevard in Joe Woo's old Chinese restaurant. I built a beautiful club, New York quality, beautiful club. I had Dennis Hopper gave me a Hieronymus Bosch print of the Garden of Earthly Delights. It took up a whole wall of my club, and I used that as a divider. I mounted it on barn doors and had barn door rails mounted in the ceiling of my club so that I could make a wall and divide the cafe from the theater section, or I could turn the wall into pieces and turn them flat and push them up against the one wall and open up the cafe into the theater. What do you want?
Can I go do that thing now?
Can you go do what?
Get the coffee.
Yeah, go get your coffee. Do whatever you all. You all go walk around. I'm just going to talk here until the battery runs out. We don't have electricity
I was
here
going to
either.
try and do a scary voiceover with the guys.
Yeah, and pull that case over so I can pull stuff out on the air. I don't even know if Petunia, hi. Oh, Petunia's here. Oh, wow. I didn't notice before. Oh, we love you, Petunia. And guess who? The audio is working, or you would have said something. Yeah, I'm here with my setup here. We drove in yesterday. I was going to be here at 4 o'clock to check in. That was going to be the earliest check-in time. We were going to be here at 4 o'clock. We got here at 1 in the morning. Yeah, this morning. And I was worn out, man. That was a bit of a drive from Detroit. It was 10 and a half hours. We didn't do it all at once, of course. We pulled into rest areas and we stopped at restaurants and we took breaks and we stopped at a couple of scenic kind of sites along the way. And Ruby, I wanted to show Ruby. And we had a nice trip in. We ran in a little bad weather at one point near Chicago, but it wasn't bad. And then I forgot about the tolls. I forgot about the toll road. So I don't know what that's going to, I don't know how. There were no toll booths. In fact, I pulled off a couple of times where I thought, oh, there's a toll booth. I better pull off. But everybody else has a pass or something. But they weren't open. They had readers there at the one green X that was there that looked like it was open. But then as we were driving along, I realized, they just have readers that read your license plate as you're going through. And you got 14 days to pay that toll online at illinoistollway.com. So I don't know what we're going to owe by the time we get back, but we'll go on illinoistollway.com. That's hard to say without teeth. And find out how much that's going to be. I don't think it's going to be $100, is it? I don't know. Anybody know what it costs to drive across Illinois on 80? And I noticed that the streets are made out of concrete like they are in Michigan, but they're not torn up at all like they are in Michigan. Now, Governor Whitmer, she's done a great job of fixing our roads. That was one of the things she ran on, was fix the damn road, And I don't know if she should have said that or not. She got in a little trouble for it. I might get in trouble for saying now. It's not age restricted here on the floor here. I didn't make this video age restricted. But anyway, she fixed the roads pretty good. But in Michigan, they have this, they use concrete, and it's like this thick, the layer of concrete that the trucks, I guess they have to have it for the truck. But once it does get a chip in it, and it freezes on, and it gets in there and becomes a pothole, it's hard to fix them. They patch it with, some asphalt stuck in it, but man, not great. But I noticed that Illinois, their roads are not torn up at all. They're concrete looking, and but they're in real good shape. I don't know if that north-south cutoff of where potholes develop is that tight or what, but we noticed in the snow last night on the roads that it wasn't bad in Illinois. And the trip was fun. I don't know. But one thing I didn't figure was the price of gas. Now, I've had so much chaos in the last year, especially the last 6 months, that I can't be bothered with current events too much. I mean, I hear what's going on a little bit, but I don't follow it like I used to. I don't watch CNN or Fox or any of them anymore because they took away my internet when they took Anthony away. They didn't pay our bill. It got up to $500, and they were going to cut off my internet. I had to have Sage Metro Detroit help me switch over to internet only. So I don't have any cable TV, and I love it. I love not being informed like I was before. But by the same token, I'm driving here completely blind on the price of gas. Yeah, I rent a car from Hertz. It's got a full tank of gas. It's a Hyundai, really nice car, drives great, but it uses more gas than you'd think a Hyundai might. Yeah, the gas is going down pretty fast. It's a sporty car, and it's got great pickup, and past them trucks really good. But it's using more gas than I thought it might. And then I get down to a quarter of a tank, and I say, I better get some gas. That's really the first time I looked to notice the price of what gas was. Well, out there in the middle of Illinois and rural Indiana, places that we're passing through, it was $4. Yeah, or $4.09 or $3.99 at best. And I was shocked. I was shocked that it was that high. And it's ended up already one way from Detroit about $100 extra. And I didn't know if I was going to have enough money. I had the room I thought paid for already. No, it's just a hole on your credit card. And then when you get here, and I had a special rate because I ordered early for, and they gave me a special rate because I'm going to perform here. And so I had a good rate, and I paid for the nights I was going to be here. But then they put a $50 a night hold on your credit for incidentals, and in case you charge something in the room, like you went to a restaurant and said, charge in my room, they'd have a deposit on your credit card that they could just charge you. But I wasn't counting on $150 there, 240 something hold on my car until I turned the car back in. And so with the extra price of gas and everything, I don't know what. Now, I wasn't going to sell anything here. I have some stuff I'm willing to sell, but it's high-end stuff. I got this one Star Wars shirt that my friend Diane Marie all got to me. I paid a few $100s for it, but it's the original design of Star Wars. It's not the one that you ended up using on the first movie. And there were only 1,000 of these shirts printed, and I got one. It's never been worn. And Diane said that she saw a replica of this shirt and its image, but she didn't think it was an original shirt. And they wanted $1,400 for it. And she thought mine was worth maybe $2,800 or something like that, because it is an original. So I got that with me. I got some other little few high-end things, but I don't want to sell them. You know, they're my, not just mementos, but I take them to different conventions and talk about this and that. You know, like this jacket was a Star Trek. It's got the dates on it. You know, 1987 to 1994. Next Generation, and then on the back it's got the Enterprise. You got the Enterprise, and it says "All Good Things." And they gave us to us on the last episode that we were filming for Star Trek. All Good Things. Man, that was a good episode too. I thought it was a good way to end the show at the time. We didn't want to end the show, but especially us lower deck crew members, we didn't want to end the show, but it ended, and I thought that All Good Things was kind of a cool way to end it. I don't know what to say about what I tried to do with Starbase Indy and Tracy, my friend, Tracy Coco, my friend, and I didn't want to glom in on her thing. I didn't think it would. I had this deal. I was going to call my friend Dean Stockwell, get him to tell Scott Bakula something, and get Tracy seen just in the background of Picard, maybe. I don't know. I don't want it for myself, really. I got burned on the movie, and I've written an autobiography which includes all that, what happened to me. And, you know, I moved on from that era. I'm an artist now. You know, I live as an artist. My father fixed it when I was pretty young. I made a deal with my father, and he fixed it so I can live as an artist in my life. People, you know, I don't know, jealous of me or whatever, that I always had this. You know, I was born lucky, you know, and a lot of people are. And, you know, I had it semi-easy. You know, I had to work too. I had chores on the farm, and we weren't really farmers. My dad was a John Deere dealer, but we lived on a farm. I raced cattle. I joined the 4-H club. I learned electricity there. Oh, I'm going to give this one away tonight at my show. And that's what I'm supposed to be doing right now. Putting tickets on these. I got some tickets, and then we'll do a drawing, and I'll tell the story. And some of it's not worth much like this. I mean, this is like a $5 item at the store, but you can only get them in the Detroit area. Buscemi's, and Steve Buscemi, the actor. If you mention him at a Buscemi's, if it's one of the older ones where there's still some family members working there, they'll go on and on about Steve Buscemi, and yeah, he's definitely in our family and all like that, and they know about Reservoir Dogs and all like that. But if I always mention Ghost World, I've never had a reply where they understood what I was talking about. With my favorite Steve Buscemi, our movie that Steve Buscemi's in is Ghost World. I went to the world premiere of Ghost World in Minneapolis, here in Minneapolis. Yeah. But Buscemi's is the best pizza sauce. It's excellent, and we always use it on Ruby's pizzas, and it's featured in our videos. So I'm going to give away a jar of this tonight at my little talk. And I got some door prizes. I'm going to go in the Cardinal room and see how many chairs there are. Count the number of chairs. And the first number of people that will fill the chairs that come, I'm going to have a gift for them and drawing. Oh, I have one, but yeah, let me have one. We're supposed to be wearing masks. I've been doing this the whole time, and now Christine LaValley, who's the head of this whole thing, just walked up and handed me a mask. I better put it on. It's not proper for me to get away with something that other people can't, although I've done that many times in my life, and I've been lucky. I don't want to speak out too much about what's going on at home. I'm trying to keep it all positive here. Tonight's talk, I'm going to be talking about, I think, I'm going to let the fans or the people who have come to my talk tonight pick from a list of stars I'm going to write down here in a few minutes. What story would you like to hear about her question? Yeah. I always get asked a lot of things, and I guess it's because of my transgender activism and stuff sometimes, about my attitudes or rumors or things like that. But part of the thing I worry about with the cast members of any show that I've been in is what they think of me now. Yeah. Because they knew me as Carl David, this lovable lunkhead from Kentucky who, wanted to be an actor. And Debbie, transsexual. What's the deal with that? People ask me things that I don't, you wouldn't ask other people. And I don't know what to do about all that. I exist. I tried to hide and keep it from my family that I was married to a black man living in Detroit. And I kind of kept it from the world for years. I was injured and wasn't able to function fully. But now I am. I feel better than I have in 20 years physically. I'm in good shape. I'm strong. I'm 67. I just turned 67 in March. And that's why I'm announcing this validation tour. And that's what I want to talk about today. I want certain stars to validate me in Hollywood. Not the thing, but so many of the stars that I was close to and friends with, not just, knew or worked with, but actually friends with. And they're either dying or so out of it, they're out of the business now, or some are, suffering dementia and things like that. So I don't know what shape some people are in. Now there's some people I'd like to get messages to before they're not able to. This 2 years almost of COVID now has given me the courage to talk. Yeah, I was quiet before, but I can't be quiet now. Any one of our lives could end soon here. We're burning up the planet. I want to try to help save it. When I talk about that, people they think I'm just insane. But I have a lot of great ideas. I've been thinking about this for a long time. Ruby, she's got a very scientific mind, and she's a great kind of engineer. Now here comes a Star Trek crew right along here. Hey, what's the name of your ship? You you are from the same ship, huh? You're
My
live
brain
to the
doesn't
world
work
here. Oh,
quite
I
so
love
well,
this idea.
being dead and all.
Now, what episode is this?
Oh, this is my own creation. It's a
Yeah,
18th century Star Trek. Little
18th
time
century
travel.
Star Trek. I love it.
It's a bit of a time travel and
He tried to fit in, but it didn't work well.
some ruffian lanced me with his sword,
Oh,
and then
you
he
guys-
stabbed me.
You're great. Have fun at MARSCON.
Thank you. Have a
All
great
right.
con.
I'll talk to you later. Yeah. Oh man, I had to show that, man. People are really having a good time here. Huh?
35 for the mic?
35 for the mic? Yeah, 35 for the mic. We take American Express.
You do?
Yeah, don't leave home without it.
You're actually selling that?
No, I'm not selling you. This is table 35. They gave
Okay.
me table 35.
Yeah. I
Why,
wouldn't
would
sell
you
that.
like it?
No.
I do need to sell some stuff. Would you like to buy some Star Trek collectibles?
Sure.
Yeah? You see what I got.
Okay.
All right.
What do you got?
This is off the set. This isn't, it's kind of old technology, right?
Uh-huh.
But this is Michael Okuda's Star Trek Encyclopedia. It's
like it.
computer program. It's from
Oh, it's a
Michael Okuda
program.
and Denise Okuda, both friends of mine.
Really?
They, I was on the show, Star Trek.
You
I'm
are?
an actor. Yeah, I'm
What-
Carl
which one?
David, the actor.
What?
Carl David is my name as an actor,
Oh,
but
I don't know.
I was Ensign Russell on Next Generation.
nice.
Yeah, it's
How much
a
for that?
minor role.
How much for that?
How much is this? Well, I don't know.
Oh, let me
It's
see.
unopened, and look, it's a special packaging. They covered up the barcodes
Mhm.
because they gave us to us on the set. It's never been opened.
I've got 21.
21, it's sold.
There you
21.
go.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Now I could get Michael Okuda to sign that for you someday, if you get a hold of me. And the way you get a hold of me is you go to Debbie D. David
Mhm.
on YouTube. You know, YouTube. You go to YouTube.com.
Okay.
You search the name Debbie D. David, right? And
Yeah.
then you subscribe to the channel.
What else
there.
you got?
What else I got?
Do you take cards?
Do I take cards?
Like,
No, but I got Zelle.
okay.
This these are
wow.
laser discs.
Oh, these are laser discs.
Yeah.
I'm not
Now
interested
I have
in
laser disc players, but I love the artwork of them. You know.
That's true. That's
Yeah,
good.
it's true, right? Now this is Search for Spock, and this is the Two Jakes. Now you know the Two Jakes is a follow-up to what movie? Do you know? Jack Nicholson. I knew Jack Nicholson. I
You
got
do?
some great Jack Nicholson story. Yeah. One night I
One Good Man.
carried Jack out of On the Rocks. Yeah, bar. What?
One Good Man, or
Well, anyway,
Some Good Men.
you know, the
I'm
that's
not.
the sequel to Chinatown.
Okay.
And why
Are
do
you
I-
online?
Yeah, we're broadcasting to the world right now. Do you mind
It's okay.
your voice? Can I show you who you are? Who bought my Michael Okuda Star Trek Encyclopedia unopened
Hey.
from the set?
Whoa.
What's your name?
Richard?
Richard.
Richard Anthony.
Richard
My
Anthony.
my.
I wasn't going to sell that, but since you offered the money and you wanted it, and it's going to be in a place of safety now.
This is my name.
I'm
This is
glad.
my name for the con. Anton. Lieutenant Anton Ricks.
Lieutenant Anton Ricks. Okay, what's the derivation of that? Anton is
Anthony.
Chekhov.
No.
Anton Chekhov, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But Anthony is Anton in German,
Right. Yeah.
and Ricks. My first name is Rick, so I thought Ricks sounds good.
Yeah.
I couldn't figure out a good name to choose myself. So how can I get this autographed?
How can you get it autographed? Well, I got to go back to Hollywood. I can autograph it for you, but you'd have to break the plastic for it to be any good. I do have a Sharpie.
You do?
Yeah, I could autograph the plastic for you.
Oh no,
No?
No,
You want Michael Okuda to?
no. I take the wrapping off
All right.
because once
I'll autograph
if you
it.
sign it and then the
I
wrapping
can
comes
do
off,
it in a
there's no-
gold Sharpie, maybe. Now, you want me to sign my actor name? You want me to sign my character name on Star Trek? Or do you want me to sign as Debbie David, who I am now?
Oh,
Or
well, what's your name now?
my name's Debbie David now, Debbie D. David. I live as a woman now.
Oh, okay.
I used to be a handsome Starfleet officer, but I blew it.
Oh, you're fine. Do you have a picture of when you were a man?
Do I have a picture? Yeah, I could show you a picture of me on Star
Nothing
Trek.
personal. I mean, you do what you want, you know.
Yeah, no.
My brother's gay, so
Your brother's gay?
yeah,
Well, I'm not gay, but I have a lot of friends that are.
yeah.
Yeah, but.
But you know what?
Huh?
It's none of my business. So I don't really say that. I say my
Yeah.
brother is my brother. You're my worker friend, whatever.
Right.
You know, and if you want to be a woman, go ahead and be a woman. It's okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know, I'm mentally ill. No,
Well,
I have a mental illness. Sorry.
I do too. I have PTSD. They say I'm bipolar.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what they're trying to put on me. And I guess, maybe I show some symptoms of that. I don't feel I am, but I do admit
I
to the
am bipolar.
PTSD. Yeah, you
I'm
are?
bipolar, manic affective, schizoaffective.
Uh-huh.
But you know, I take my medication. I
Yeah.
try to get some good sleep, and I try to eat what they cook, you know, and I don't skip meals except for
Let me
breakfast.
ask you. They tried to put me on a antipsychotic. It was making me have the tremors.
Hallucinations? Tremors?
No, tardive dyskinesia.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
get some of that.
You do?
Yeah.
Do you?
Could you sign it like right
Yeah, I'll
here?
sign it right there. You want? Maybe I should try it with the gold pen, huh? I'm gonna sign it.
Oh, that's him.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, he's showing me. Yeah, that's him. I'm
Wow.
gonna sign my Michael Okuda, just now open for the first time ever. Star Trek Encyclopedia, a reference guide to the future.
Is there a book in there too?
I don't know what's in here. Like I said, I never opened it. They gave us to us on the set.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, in the green room right behind the bridge set.
Uh-huh.
They had a box of these one day, and
Mhm.
Michael Okuda was there, and
Yeah.
they were giving them out to the cast members. All right, I'm going to sign this as Debbie David.
Okay. Because that's who you are. That's fine. You know why that's okay?
Why?
Because that's who you want to be.
That's right.
That's who you
Now, I
are.
sign that like I always sign it. Debbie has a heart on the I on Debbie, and a star on the I in David,
Okay.
because it's the Star of David.
Okay.
And
cool.
it's a point star.
Is it dry fast?
Yeah, let it dry.
Okay.
I'm glad you got that. I'm glad you got that. Now we have a little bit of gas to help us get home.
Okay.
Yeah, so all we were
Are you going to
worried
be here
about-
tomorrow?
Huh? I will be here tomorrow, and I do a show tonight.
Oh, really?
And I'm going to give away Chuskies and stuff at the show tonight.
Where?
And it's in the Cardinal Perch Room at 10:30 tonight.
Okay.
So come by. Yeah.
I'll do that.
All right. Nice to meet you, Richard. Anton.
Lieutenant Anton
This
Ricks.
is Ruby,
Hi, Ruby.
the fabulous Ruby.
Fabulous Ruby. All
Yeah, oh
right.
yeah, Ruby duality.
All
That's what it
right.
is. All right. Thank you.
What's this? What's the Star Trek?
Oh, this is another thing I got off the set. I don't know. This is I can't sell this. This is the card set, the making of Star Trek, and I'm on a couple of these cards. Let me show you one. This is an unopened set of cards called the making of Star Trek. It's
You're not gonna sell that?
I'm not going to sell this. No, I
Okay.
can't sell that
I understand.
because it might be the only source for me to have these cards. Now here's
Oh, I see.
one of the cards I'm on. It's from Half a Life with David Ogden Stiers, a
Oh, I remember that one.
wonderful actor and a very nice man. We had a very good time filming at Half a Life with him. And Majel Barrett is in that episode too. And
Yeah, she
I
did
got
very
kind of
good.
close to Majel too. She's very
She was.
friendly with me and flirty and stuff like that.
I just saw her on
she liked Anson Russell.
Dark Page. She was good in that.
Yeah, she's a wonderful human being.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you look in the background of this card, Half a Life, you can see Anson Russell there at the panel. I'm right there.
You gonna take that
in the
out?
dark. But that's me, Anson Russell. So I'm on this card
I think I had that one.
on the Making of Generation. I'm also on this other card, which is from a game. It was like a Dungeons and Dragons game that came out for
Well,
Star Trek that you played with cards.
I'm glad I was able
And
to
I'm
buy
one
some
of the
stuff for you
board in
guys.
here on this card.
My brothers all told me,
And then
Kool-Aid,
I'm on this other card in the
spend
Making
too
of
much.
Star Trek card.
I'm just spending my cash.
called Standing
So I
In.
still have
That's
a
me in
couple
the
$100
green
bucks.
shirt
So.
right there, sitting at the bridge, standing in for Data.
What's that?
Standing in for Brett Spiner. And
I
this is
also
my
spent
friend Richard
$7
Sarstead,
at M&M.
who was also
I bought
the
a
rock star
and then a green.
Eden Kane.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were
They
bigger than the
didn't have yellow,
Beatles
but I had red.
during skiffle music in England. And then my other friend here, pictured is Dennis Tracy, who stood in for Captain Picard for Patrick Stewart for years. And he's my friend, and we stood in together on Star Trek The Next Generation for years. Probably from the fourth season to the end of
The
the
one
show.
I'm looking for is autographed.
We were there standing in. So when I'm on the card standing in, and on the back of the card, you would see me, but the lighting director, guy who was always mean to me and hated me. I think he's part of the conspiracy to burn me on First Contact. Yeah, this guy right here.
Hi, how you doing?
I saw a flag drop one day and I pointed at, oh, Ben Jose. Listen, I'm on Live to the World. Can I show you the world? This is Ben Jose. He's part of the hierarchy here.
And Contour next year.
Him and Christina LeBounty are the king and queen of MARSCON this year. And thanks for letting me have this opportunity, Ben.
Hey,
yeah, I
glad
really
to be
appreciate
here.
it. Yeah.
You're good people. Glad that he's here. So
Yeah.
Or she, sorry.
Well, no, it's going to be great. And I'm going to give a talk tonight, and I'll be in the main stage tomorrow at 1:30.
Yeah.
I'm going to give away gifts and stuff tonight.
oh wow, cool.
Yeah, I'm showing my stuff off here.
Okay, cool. Well,
All right,
carry
Ben.
on.
Thank you.
Glad that
Thank
you're
you
here,
so much
and glad that
for
you're here
having me.
too.
Yeah. Well, they've been so nice to me here. I told them, I said, hey, y'all had me last year, but it was a virtual event. I said, I know you, Ben Jose, he's head of this. He and Christine LeBounty are the head of the MARSCON this year. I mean, I don't know their exact title, but they're running they're the main king and queen of MARSCON this year. Well, anyway, so that guy, if he wasn't holding up the piece of paper or the light meter in front of my face. Oh, no, it's not him holding up the light meter that's covering my face. It's Cosmo Genovese, yeah, the script supervisor, who's holding up the script in front of my face in that picture. But I'm on the card anyway, on the back of it, standing in. Anyway, I always carry that in my jacket, and this card, because it got stuck to the plastic, Richard Sarce's face is kind of messed up. It's hard to tell, but his face is kind of torn. So I want to get a new card, and this may be the only unopened set in the world, for all I know, of the Making of Star Trek cards. Yeah. I got that Michael Okuda encyclopedia for $21. Might be a little cheap, but like I said, I might lose everything. These priests and this Monsignor and Bishop that have decided that I can't come to the church anymore. They say I might cause a problem because they say I might speak out again or something. Only if it's proper. Only if it's proper. I was giving out a hallelujah at church, and I got in trouble for it. I said on Father's Day last year, at the end of the service, the service was ending with a hymn, "How Great Thou Art." How great thou art, how great thou art. And my voice was coming back at the time. I was so happy that I could sing out that song. How great thou art. And I was so happy. And it was Father's Day, and it would be the 100th birthday or 100th Father's Day if my father had lived that long. He lived to 90 or 89, almost 90. Oh, yeah, it's beautiful.
That's a purse.
Oh, man, she looks beautiful. Oh, yeah, it's a tricorder, yeah. Classic tricorder. Anyway, it would have been my dad's 100th Father's Day. And so I said, what's that? Wesley Henry. Wayne's memorial service is 15 minutes. All right, we're going to cut off this broadcast. I got to recharge the batteries anyway. I'm going to charge off this battery and go to Wayne McLeod's memorial. Yeah. He helped start MARSCON, and he died last year. And we're going to have a memorial for him, and then we'll have all the ceremonies. So I'm going to be part of that. And then we're going to go. We may come back and set up the table a little bit more, and then I got to do a show tonight.
Yep.
Y'all follow us along all weekend here at MARSCON. I'm going to be showing my stuff and selling some of it. Maybe I might sell a Star Wars shirt that I got that's supposed to be worth $2,800 at least. I might sell that for $500 or something. What? Yeah, go ahead. Look around. I'm going to cut off the broadcast. I'm going to be down there. Where's the memorial?
What? Find the room.
You find the room?
Yeah, I don't know where.
Let me know. Let me know. I'm going to cut this off in a minute. Yeah, all right. So I'll be showing this up. I got all of the Star Trek keepsake ones. I got all the Star Trek ones they gave us. This one's Millennium Falcon, though. So I might be letting that go as a gift or something. I got a bunch of stuff,
That's my little brother.
to show and tell. And I brought some props that I want to get Michael Moore to maybe fix the communicator, the Picard timeline communicator that I still want to get to Tracy Coco so that Lieutenant J can talk to Picard. Nobody believes it'll work, but I do. I know how it could work. And now my Dean Stockwell to Scott Bagwell connection's gone, but I got another one I'm going to try to use, and it's Ed Begley Jr. Ed Begley Jr., man, you should have had a Best Supporting Actor nomination for Lucky. Yeah, that's right. Lucky. And, I'm actor friends of mine that didn't see the movie Lucky. Man, you got to see that. That's an actor's movie. That's the acting in that movie, the ensemble. And it's the way Ed Begley Jr. played the doctor. Oh, man, it just touched my heart. And then Harry Dean Stanton, who I knew personally because he was friends with Dennis Hopper. He used to go out and talk to Harry Dean Stanton. And then Harry Dean Stanton and I got in a whole thing about the movie with the lawnmower, and they're all, oh man, just I love Harry Dean Stanton so much, and you can see him in that movie, his last movie, and he died just before it came out.
The white pelican bag.
Just the way he was in that movie. But Ed Begley Jr., you played the character that I need that has the technology. You live in the timeline where Ensign Russell, when I jumped ship in Santa Monica, You could actually make that communicator work. I could explain how, but it needs future technology. It doesn't exist yet. It only exists in a time when it was written by a science fiction writer, for Star Trek. There is a way real life can make that communicator work. And I think if I could get Ed Begley Jr., if he would give me like 1 minute to explain to him, to tell him and tell the world what I know about him. Now, he doesn't know me, although we've had several conversations when he was on the show. And I want to tell that story, and I'm hoping Ed Begley Jr. will hear it. And I'm going to tell that story on Saturday. So I'm going to cut off here and go find out where Wayne McLeod's memorial is. Y'all, I'm really happy. I've been showing a lot of love here. I don't know what I'm going back to. I could be going back to a rest or another evaluation where they try to have me put into a mental institution. I might be facing that. And on the other hand, I'm working again, and I've gone from saying I'll clean your toilets if you give me a job to, are you sure you're gonna not? Are you sure we can count on you? We want you to be here more. We need you more. Can you give us more time? And I said, yeah, I'll do anything for y'all. Y'all gave me your way out. Gave me a way to make money that is pleasurable, where I'm helping people do it. And so, look like show business. And I love the people that are helping me right now. More from MARSCON later. Love everybody, and I got you late for show. More later.